Morning folks, Skip here, Knoxville, Tennessee. No update on my Subaru XT three-wheel car I built about 12 years ago. I'm actually working on it again. This was originally a Subaru XT6. Used the engine, took off the automatic, converted to a 5-speed. Used the axles and spindles. Custom made upper and lower control arms from a quad and Coney coil-over shocks. I had to add a power steering pump because the XTs had electric. I get a squeaky belt when I start it, and eventually that will go away. I have 5-inch headlights, fiberglass fenders. I now have a windshield. That's a new addition. I had a glass shop cut it. Went to another glass shop, picked up the rubber seal, and glued it in. Has a single wiper. Works only on high speed. The wiper motor mechanism's out of a MGB, cable driven. I had to add an antenna. Did make a fiberglass top for it quite a few years ago. And originally it was designed for a Chrysler rear window. Well, since then I've gotten a convertible top off a junkyard. He's sitting up over here. Had him trim it and sew it to fit this. You notice I have hinges here. The top can flip, come up, and be removed. I've been working on getting some trim for the roof. I have a third brake light, which came off a Cadillac. Luggage rack came from the junkyard. Tail lights, license, skull, trailer hitch, turn signals, Harley side pipes. Custom made. Got the guard so I don't burn my foot. Interior is from the XT6. A little 5-speed shifter down there. I rebuilt the joint on the back, but the joint on the front needs to be rebuilt also, so it's still sloppy. I covered the dash quickly. It actually needs to be sewn to look nice. Installed a radio and a cigarette lighter. Seats are out of a satin. Cool thing about this is the top flips up. There will be 2 electric rams. I'm waiting for the other one to come in today. One on this side, which will raise this quite a bit, so it's easier to get in and out of. Got 6x9 speakers in the back, 4x6 speakers in the front. Not a good sound system, but it's doable. Still have a slight problem with the engine, which showed up now that I want to use it. Starts up okay. Hear a little squeaking. Have to add a temperature gauge, oil pressure gauge. Install digital gauges. I do have a VSS emulator wired into the computer. Just changed spark plugs. Didn't help. I cleaned out the valve on this. Knocked out the carburetor cleaner. the new MAF on order. Won't be here until Wednesday, today's Sunday, June 10th. I will be going to the Tail of the Dragon little gathering of the Subaru XTs and SVXs. Squeaky, squeaky! That goes away eventually. But the problem is, let's see if it will do it. The hesitation on acceleration. Sometimes it's really bad. Yep, the squeaky's gone. I have vacuum operated heater control. The heater is actually out of a Triumph Spitfire. There's my reservoir for power steering. Using the stock Brake Master without the booster. Boy, those side pipes sound good. 68 years old and I still love the sound of a hot engine. Turned on the radio. Pretty good sound for a little car. Temperature gets up to about 234 and the single electric fan comes on. Shows my tach. Temperature gauge, oil pressure is good. Battery's good. Fuel gauge doesn't seem to want to work. I originally had a Triumph Spitfire gas tank sitting here in the back. Then I lengthened the body 8 inches and added the bigger tank, plastic tank, with a built-in fuel pump. So that's about the size of it. Running or not, I will be trailering it to the little gathering in North Carolina at the end of this month. Hope it's running good so I can run the Dragon. I've lived in Knoxville now for 14 years and I've yet to go on the Dragon. This thing is like a go-kart on steroids when it's running good. This is something that just recently showed up. Yeah, not really doing it now. Let's see what the MAF will do when I put it in. Did try another one I had laying around. It was even worse. Show you the wiper. I don't have the automatic park set up on it. Turn signals, headlights, parking lights, they all work. The horn, ha! Ain't that cute little beep beeper? See the play in the stick. Okay, that's it. Long enough. Go ahead and turn this puppy dog on. There, peace and quiet. Wake up my neighbors. So that was my project 12 years ago. Actually, I started it 13 years ago. It was first registered in 2006. It has been constantly re-registered due to lack of playing with it. My little logo is Raccoon's Motors. I know, I'll turn the camera sideways. Those were inkjet printed onto vinyl. Then I domed them and just stuck them onto the hubcaps. These are 18-inch rims and tires. Got rubber bands for tires. They came off Craigslist probably. There's the muffler. Picked up the Harley pipes down at the Harley shop for $10 a pair. One of the first things those Harley riders take off are their pipes. And so the dealers are loaded with them up in their warehouse. Happy to get rid of them. I do have reverse lights down there. Okay, yak, that's enough yakking. I'll do another video when I get the top up and running, maybe even covered. So, have a good month. See you at the end of it in North Carolina. Sayonara.